Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Dameon Okposio, and in this episode, I think I'm going to label it Success Takes Work. I had a great business meeting over the phone today, and it was with a young man who's he's been doing some shows on YouTube himself, and his business has been blowing up. He got picked up by a network now, and he's looking at the next stage with getting advertisements and so forth to expand his show and the production help pay for the production costs. And he was talking about the business aspect of things because he's a phenomenal talent. He's one of those guys in small business that does everything. Like, he is the talent and the drive and the engine, and surrounded himself with great people to help make his dream happen. And now he's working on the business end of things. And what we talked about, I thought there were some key things, and I want to share them with the viewers of my show, and keeping spirit of the business of boxing. He falls into the same category as a lot of fighters do, especially good fighters. You'll have great amateur or professional talents. They're great at getting in the ring, executing, winning fights, looking spectacular. The coach is great at coaching. The fighter's great at fighting, but they're missing the business aspect. And it's an important aspect. And when you leave that part till the very end, or you're starting to accomplish major goals, and then you start looking at that, that's when you start getting the people that are not right for you, the people that may just want to take advantage of you. You have to deploy as much homework into either being your own business manager or acquiring someone with the skills to do it. Now, it doesn't mean that that person has to be very experienced. It doesn't mean that person has to have all the connections in the world. All it has to be is someone that you trust will have your interests, your best interests in mind. That's the key thing. So whether that's your father, whether that's somebody that you've known since your childhood, that's really organized, that is willing to help you, and they've got free time on their hands, or whether you do your research and look for a manager like myself or someone else. But that's the key thing. When it comes to business, there's no shortcuts to it. There's no one person that is just going to drop everything and make sure that you're in the best financial position. When you're looking to build yourself in the business aspect of things, getting sponsorship, knowing where your finances are, taking care of your taxes, that becomes a team effort just as much as your training is a team effort, where you do the best you can and push yourself, but you need the assistance of coaches to know whether you're pushing yourself too much in one category, need to pull back in another category, a nutritionist to help you make the best decisions on what to eat, the masseuse to help keep your body functioning properly. You need all that on the business side. You need a proper accountant that helps work with you with your finances, that you can be honest with, and they can help you make sure that you're not going to get caught up in tax problems later on down the road. You need somebody that's a financial advisor that can advise you. Once you start making money, what are you going to do with that money? Where are you going to put it? How are you going to deploy it? How are you going to make that money work for you? You need somebody to help you make the best use of all your assets. What are your strong suits? Where are you going to duplicate your ability to make money without having to put out too much extra effort physically? And that getting that rounded out is going to take a lot of work. When it comes to either researching who you want, or whether it's doing it yourself, it's going to take a lot of studying. It's going to take a lot of hours. Just like you put hours in the gym, you're going to have to put hours into research, making phone calls, having meetings, sitting down with people, figuring out who is the best fit, and then committing to them. Just like you commit to a gym, you sign a 1-year agreement that they're going to withdraw the money from your bank account, or however you do it with your gym membership. You have to make those same kind of commitments when you start moving into the business realm, or else people are not going to take you seriously. So there's no secret to it. Again, the business aspect is going to take just as much work as the physical aspect. The business aspect is going to take just as much work, focus, and dedication as the physical aspect. Without that, you're going to end up being one of those stories where you're talking about your management taking advantage of you, or you're talking about not having the opportunities, or not being able to fight often enough. Yeah, because you can't look after everything. And when you don't have people dedicated to looking after your interests, you got to take what's left over. You got to take what people allow you to do. And that's where a lot of people fall short. I have a lot of people in Ontario, when it comes to the sport of boxing, that don't even acknowledge me. My boxing magazine has been around for 17 years. I do boxing management. I put on shows. I've been putting on shows for 20 years. And when I say shows, I mean anything related to boxing: trade shows, openings, lectures, amateur shows, pro shows. And yet, still lacking some acknowledgement, still lacking the ability to work with some people in the boxing industry. However, I've done my homework. I've been investing since I was 19. I'm making over $100,000 every year. And, I've set myself up where in the next 15 years, I'm going to be making close to $100,000 doing nothing. From the investments that I've made. So, and I'm talking about that's annually. I'm able to keep my businesses running. I'm able to maintain 2 offices now. And why is that? Because of the amount of focus, dedication, learning that I'm putting into the business aspect. And I'm telling you from experience, that's what it takes. So when somebody gives you advice, I'm not saying take my advice, and just go with it and say, oh, Dameon said that and that's what it is. No, research it. Research anybody that tells you something. That's what it takes. If you want to get the best advice, not only to be listening to different sources, but investigate those sources. Where are they getting that information from? Are they doing the things that they say that they're doing? What's their record? What's their record of accomplishment? Look into it. Thanks for tuning into this episode. I hope that the business advice was practical for the people that are out there, because I hear the same things all the time. And, I love the fact that I get to do this show, because I get to answer a lot of people's questions at the same times, and maybe even answering questions that people aren't asking. But I'm enjoying the interaction. I'm enjoying the phone calls, enjoying the meetings. I'm enjoying the emails that people send. A lot of people aren't utilizing Twitter to ask questions, but I'm getting a lot of emails, and I appreciate that. So remember, you can ask us any question related to boxing by sending us a message through Twitter at DOKPOSIO. Through Twitter, or email okposio@hotmail.com. I'll answer any question that I can to the best of my ability, and hopefully turn it into an episode so everyone can learn from it. And I appreciate the support and the people tuning in. So I'm trying to bring you guys the best value that I can on this stage. Remember, though, if you want more in-depth coaching, something personalized to your business or your career, I'm available for DO International Boxing Consulting, where I can help you, whether it's managing an amateur career, professional boxing career, management, you want to be a manager, promoter, any of those things. I have experience in almost all of the above. And that is $50 an hour. If you're looking for equipment that somebody stands behind, and there's information on how to use it, the quality of it, go to www.doboxingsales.com, and hopefully we'll see everybody at the 2017 Canadian Boxing Expo on May the 27th. Thanks for tuning into this episode. We appreciate your support, and we'll catch you on the next one.